The markets witnessed a very sharp correction on Monday on the fears of a yuan devaluation, global growth receding, and that clearly had an impact on our market as well. The emerging currencies crashed drastically, and again, the depreciation seen across the globe was a painful one. So clearly, I think the kind of fall that emanated and the kind of expiry that we saw, the sharp bounce back, our take is that the softness in global markets would continue. Yes, I think the fall in oil prices is a structural positive for the twin deficits that India counters. But clearly, I think the oil-producing nations' purchasing power goes down as well. And in a condition where the global growth is tapering off, you're probably seeing contraction happening in terms of demand. That is a clear reflection on how commodities are behaving at this point of time. And that clear reflection is also being seen in terms of the strength towards the dollar. So clearly, I think the markets, the range that we're working out, at least from a medium-term perspective, that range has got broken down on the lower side. And clearly, the markets would need further triggers, at least from a global side, to come through. Domestically, I think the markets are still looking forward to how monsoons pan out, what the RBI action would be in the coming September policy. So clearly, I think the markets are in a situation where the lower end of the range has got broken. So we are probably talking of ranges between 7,600, 7,700 on the lower end of the Nifty to around 8,200 on the higher band. So I think the range for the Nifty has moved down to lower levels. Clearly, I think with the kind of capitulation that we've seen in the markets, the private banks have corrected a meaningful lot. So I think clearly within the space itself, Axis Bank, Yes Bank, ICICI Bank is something we'll continue to prefer. Out of the other sectors of choice, IT would be a clear beneficiary with the kind of rupee depreciation we've seen against the dollar. But clearly, I think the client mining activities, cross-currency growth expected to be better, and valuations seemingly not looking too expensive, make top-tier IT names a very compelling bet. So Infosys, HCL Tech, TCS are very, very attractive. Selectively, I think across other sectors, pharma stocks have corrected. Sun Pharma or Window Pharma on declines is something that we will continue to prefer. And within the mid-caps, I think after the sharp fall that we've seen, we'll be extremely selective on this pack. But Bajaj Electricals is something we'll try with a turnaround on the EMP side. Inox Wind is something we continue to prefer after the sharp fall that it has witnessed. And clearly, I think a few themes that we still keep on working out is the EPC theme. Also on the fact that the capex cycle should turn sooner than later. So again, I think expect the market to be very, very volatile. Look at global cues. The softness in the market should continue. But long-term investors can definitely put in 15-20% of their corpus on any further sharp correction that they see in the markets. So I think it's going to be a tough week ahead, a tough series ahead. But again, I think have patience and let's hope for the best.